Welcome Bicycle Adventure Clubbers. This, I'm hoping, is going to be like a little new feature where we can give you some of our tips and tricks and just general ramblings on about some of the gear that we use every day when we're out on our adventures. Might be helpful to you, might inspire you. So welcome to gear ramblings, gear feature, component conundrum, don't know what to call it. Don't know what to call it, but a couple of minutes of me just banging on about some old tat that we use when we're out cycling might be useful for you. So here we go. George, come to help. I particularly wanted to make a video today about these WTB Venture 47s. We did buy these tyres. These tyres came on our new gravel bikes and they retail at about 45 quid if you buy them. And we weren't given them as part of our WTB Graveliers programme. So these are just the tyres that came on the gravel bikes that we bought. They're 650B, 47mm wide, so they're good, nice, chunky tyres. And like all the other WTB tyres, we got the casings real nice and lightweight and thin, and they set up tubeless brilliantly, and they roll pretty nicely. We've done a lot of canal towpath miles on them, and we've done quite a few road miles on them as well, to be honest. But that's kind of where they fall down a little bit. If you can see the tread pattern. These fins almost, they trap everything. Any bit of gravel that is between 1 and 3 mil, maybe a little bit more in size, gets proper stuck in those. I mean, I've taken these off the tyre now and washed them, but even so, there you go. Totally stuck in the fins and just get jammed in there. They really pick up a lot of stuff, which is why when you sort of come off gravel paths and into an urban environment, you need to be really careful with glass, shards of metal, all the detritus that you normally find in your curbs and on your pavements and in your underpasses, in your underpants. In your underpasses, it's going to get stuck in these tyres, and with the casing being so thin, and getting stuck in those fins, it just slices through them. So we had been pumping this up thinking maybe it had just got one and the sealant did its job on a couple. We saw it sort of starting to come out through the hole and it sealed it up lovely and did a good job, but then we were pumping it up quite a lot. And we came to go out yesterday morning and found again the tyre was flat, with quite a big patch of sealant on the front, and we found that one of the pieces of gravel that had got stuck in one of these fins had, as we'd been riding it, had just sliced through the case. So that's why the tyre's off and why I am repairing it, and that's why I'm making this video. Because when tubeless works, it works really well, but when it doesn't, it's a horrible mess. But now I've got the tyre off and I'm looking on the inside. In fact, I'll show you. Let me show you what happens. There you go. That's the hole. That's where it's worn through. The bit of gravel that was stuck in those fins has just worn through the casing. Now these are new tyres. I can't say that we've done more than a few 100 miles on them. There's not even a wear on the tread. It's a real shame. I don't think that particularly makes it unsafe, and today I'm going to patch it with a normal vulcanising rubber patch kit and try and get the tyres airtight again. But as I've taken it off and I'm just checking the inside of the tyre, I did notice there are 2 or 3 holes in it where we've had punctures and the sealant has done its job and sealed it up nicely. However, spotted another one. There you go. That is a thorn right there Now I'll show you what I mean about the fins. This is where it is on the outside of the tyre. In fact, it's not a thorn, it's a shard of metal. But that fin, it's picked it up and it has held it in there. This is what I will always carry, a pair of these. Absolutely brilliant, useful. Always carry them. They are so useful. So useful. There it is. There you go. And that's the joy of urban gravel riding. Now that's out, I'm going to go through around the inside of the tyre and literally just very carefully, obviously, because I don't want to hurt myself. Check the casing, check it all for anything else, make sure there's nothing else. But we're going to give it another go. I'm going to patch this up. We're going to stick it back on the bike and see how we get on. Now, bearing in mind, this is Mary's front tyre. I've got these on mine as well. I've never had so many punctures with a pair of tyres, I'm going to be honest with you. So they're lovely, they roll well, they're really light, they set up tubeless fantastic, they look good with the tan wall. Goodness, they're a really good looking tyre, they make your bike look good, they're reasonably chunky, but gosh, we've lost confidence in them. That's what we've done, we've lost a bit of confidence in them because they pick up so much detritus. I'm still picking bits out now. They pick up so much detritus and stuff. So I'm going to patch this up now, and I will show you when I've patched it. And we're going to give it another go. But, oh, by the way, the other one thing I wanted to mention was when Mary got her first, that big puncture that I showed you, and we did try to patch it up with one of these. Now these are about 20 odd quid, and they are from Stan's, and the idea is this little thing on here, you jam it into the hole that you found in your tyre, you pull it out, leaving the plug, this thing, leaving that plugged into the tyre, and these are supposed to react with the stand sealant in the tyre. Absolute pile of rubbish. The little carbon pole that the dart, that's what they call them, the darts, they're just not up to the task. I'm not a particularly strong person, but I managed to snap one of the carbon poles that it's on, and I've been carrying this thing about forever, thinking, oh, I'll be all right if I have a puncture in me fabulous tubeless tyres. Rubbish. Don't even bother with it. Get a proper one. Get some bacon strips. Get some bacon strips and a proper little jabber thingy. That's what you want. And get some of these. So I'm gonna go and patch it up. This is the first time that I've patched anything like this up, and lo and behold, look what we're back to. They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is going to hopefully repair this, which will allow us to use the tyre again. So first thing I want to do is take my bit of sandpaper. I want to just get rid of some of the surface material from around this, in the hope that I don't want to do too much, because I can see already that I'm exposing a lot of the fibres that make up the tyre, and that's not the aim of it. I've already washed it in warm water. It's nice, and it is really pulling up some of the surface fibres there. I don't want to make the tyre any weaker than it is. I'm going to choose a really large patch, so I'm going to get that ready there. Vulcanising glue. I even fix my shoes with this stuff, so it's good stuff. You can't go wrong. It's been used for years and years and years. I'm going to get plenty of that on there. I'm not going to be shy. Even some into the hole. Make sure it's bigger than the patch area, like so. There we go. Smells good. Leave it to go tacky and dry for a minute. Don't even know if that helps. Don't even know if blowing helps, but try it. But these are great. Little park tool, puncture repair kit, patch kit. Lovely little box, very useful. I always carry one of these with me, even though we run tubeless tyres. And I'll tell you why, because for the size and weight of it, if you come across somebody on the trail or out and about who has a puncture, who is struggling, you can save their life for very little carriage penalty. And that's just a nice thing to do for people. You can kind of tell when it's ready because it'll go like a really opaque, like a milky colour. Also, cheapy tyre levers, Decathlon, couple of quid. Always need. Can use them as spoons in a pinch as well. Okay, I'm really happy with that. So I'm now going to stick the patch on. Get the hole in the middle. Smooth it to the outsides. This is where your lever can come in handy. You don't want any air. You want to get a nice seal on it. And there we are, the finished patch, and I'm really pleased with that. I think that will do a good job. So there we go. I ended up patching 2 holes in the casing. But it's gone up. I'm really happy with the way the patches have set. It's gone back on the rim nicely. The rest of the tyre is in really good condition, so we'll continue to use it and monitor it and see what else, how we get on with this tread and whether it picks up any more stuff. We could have just hit a nasty patch of debris and had a little bit of a run of bad luck. It happens. Maybe we'll never have a puncture again. Let's ask the puncture gods. Yeah. So we'll keep using this. We'll let you know how we get on with it. But if you've enjoyed this little bit and if you would like to hear more about the stuff we use, and if you want to hear us talking about stuff some more, let us know in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do for you. But thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It really helps the channel, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.